Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Pisces out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse in a general reading. So if it is resonating for you, get in where you fit in. But as always, Pisces, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Pisces? Pisces. Pisces. All right. Pisces, you have the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. That's some heavy energy, okay? A lot of changes, but a heavy energy. It is coming out also with the Six of Swords and Judgment in the reverse. So I feel like you're experiencing a deep period of sadness here. You could even be feeling like love is not to be found right now. There's a sense of heaviness, perhaps even a little depression. I do feel that you are feeling rejected or abandoned by someone. And it looks as if there was with Judgment here in the reverse, there was an opportunity perhaps, or a thought even of having a reconciliation. And instead you were left feeling very low, very rejected and abandoned. So you're choosing now to move forward, to move on. You're looking at this, you're viewing this as a stimulus for change. I definitely see a lot of change. And you're also realizing that perhaps, you know, it was a poor judgment call and you're moving on from this. But I do feel like it has been a difficult, it's a difficult energy you're dealing with. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Pisces energy. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys because I feel like it's a very heavy, thick energy. But it is going to bring about a lot of change. And you are going to be able to move on from this. Now, whoever's in your energy has a lot of, there's like a scattered energy. It's like bursts of energy coming out erratically. All right, so we have the Lovers in reverse. We have the King of Coins. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And we have the Tower. Oh, so this person's going through a tower. I feel like this person chose to move in a different direction from you. They may have had a choice between two and they chose to go in a different direction. And this is what's made you sad. This is what's made you feel, you know, rejected and abandoned. This person could be married or in a long-term relationship. Or it could just be that they're very much focused on their money and their job right now. But I do feel like this is somebody who's recently made a decision and it's going to bring them to a tower moment here. Because whatever it is that they were trying to build on was not built on a strong foundation. Interesting. So let's see the energy between Pisces and this person. Page of Coins in the reverse. The two of you are likely not talking at this point. Yeah, you're in deep feelings of sadness, and this person has made a choice that's going to lead them to a tower. So I feel like there's no talking right now. No, it could also be that something was offered here, something small, and it was turned down. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Sun in reverse and the Nine of Swords. All right, so you're really unhappy here. And this person is up in their heads, or head, not heads. This person's up in their head. They're losing sleep. They're full of anxiety. Yeah, it's like they're being haunted, is what I'm hearing. They're being haunted. Let me see the outcome. Temperance. That's healing. It's just a matter of whether or not you're healing together or apart, but that's healing. This is also angelic protection. So bottom of the deck. Now you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo. We already mentioned the earth signs, but Gemini is here as well. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. Now this could mean a couple of things, and we'll have to figure it out as we clarify. It could mean that you're out dating, because that is a card of dating, or socializing. It could be that you're just going out with friends and family. But the other meaning of the Three of Cups is a reconciliation. I'm not seeing that in these cards, at least not yet, but that's the underlying energy. So let's see. Spirit, why is the Five of Cups here for Pisces? Yeah, I have to be honest with you, Pisces. The energy is so thick and heavy that it's like wading through like water. All right, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have, again, this Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a sadness because of, you know, there was an offer here. There was something that was on the table and it was denied. It was turned down. You may have cut this person out afterwards. I feel like you're angry with this person. You may be angry with them and, you know, because they didn't accept the offer you made, or they didn't make an offer. There's something to do with a very small offer, almost like a peace offering, being denied. And this is what's made you really sad. And I do see some anger here as well. I feel like you kind of turned your back on this for the time being, and you really are unwilling to talk to this person. I'm getting the sense of somebody at times feeling overwhelmed as well. Why is the Five of Coins here? Seven of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying to find your balance. I feel like there may have been an altercation here. I also feel like you may feel that your back is up against the wall. There's a lot of things coming at you all at once. And I feel like, so some of you may even have some financial issues that are taking place. You could be robbing Peter to pay Paul. This would have been unexpected, but you kind of almost feel like your back is up against the wall, whether it's financial or whether it's with what happened in this connection, or both. For some of you, it's both. So I feel like you're struggling right now to find your balance. Let me see the bottom energy for Pisces. All right, so we have the Lovers in reverse. That is in their energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and we have the Queen of Cups. You're taking your power back. You're taking your power back, Pisces, by moving forward into your own peace and healing. I do feel like there's something here that this could be a divine timing issue. There's something about this person choosing to go in another direction, not choosing this connection, at least not right now. But it's in the, it has to do with timing. It's not, it still looks destined, but it's not in timing. And I feel like that makes you mad. When you hear that, that kind of makes you mad. So don't shoot the messenger. Either way, I do feel like you're feeling like you made a poor judgment call with this person, even entertaining this idea. You feel like the energy is stuck. It's not moving any forward and it's not going anywhere. So what did you do? You took your power back here. You stepped into your power. You started the healing process, and you also began to move towards your own peace. I do get the feeling like you are being spiritually protected, and there's a very deep spirituality to whoever this is that I'm reading for. So let me look at this person's energy. Show me who's in Pisces energy, please. Could be dealing with a Libra. All right, Six of Swords, Justice, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person, so Six of Swords is in your energy. So this person is up in their head about you moving forward. It's almost this energy that says, oh, you're moving forward, Pisces? Well, guess what? I'm moving forward, and I'm going to move forward before you. But it doesn't work that way. It's not a contest. It's like this person almost feels like they're competing with you on some level. So I do feel like that's part of what made them make the choice so quickly. They made a choice pretty quickly. I do feel like they may be worried about karma from that as well. That the choice is going to lead them down a path of karma. For some of you, you may have some kind of legal situation with this person. I do feel like they are trying to balance out their energies, but there's a lot of anxiety that they have. Let me see why the King of Coins is here. Why is the King of Coins here for the person in Pisces energy? All right, we have the High Priestess in reverse, and we have the Three of Swords reverse. Yeah, so this person's trying to heal a broken heart or avoid a broken heart. So they're definitely up in their head. It wouldn't surprise me if they were an air sign. We do have Gemini and Libra both here, but Scorpio's also here. I do feel like this person is really up in their head. It's like their thoughts haunt them. And what are they worried about? Well, they're worried about something here that may have been revealed. They feel exposed. They feel like their secrets have been revealed. Yeah. And they're trying to avoid any more heartbreak. I feel like this person felt very hurt at some point, and they're trying to avoid more heartbreak. They're not very much trusting of their intuition, and that's because they're in their head all the time. Let me see why the Tower is here. Okay. So there's going to be conflict here. This Tower is going to come about because of conflict. And then this person's going to stop talking again. This is somebody who's inconsistent. They could even be a little bit of a player. They may be in and out at the best. And at the worst, this is a player. There is going to be conflict, and that conflict is going to lead to a Tower moment, and then this person's going to clam up and stop talking. Let me see the energy between Pisces and this person. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. Oof. Okay. So this person may have decided that they were going to move on from the connection with you. Some of you, this person got married. They married someone else, or they made something legal here. Yeah, they have this new beginning. So when they withdrew the offer or rejected the offer with you, you got angry with them. You went cold. You cut them out, and you went silent. You pulled your energy back. And so this person moved forward. They chose to move towards the other person, and that's why you pulled your energy back. But for some of you, this person made that legal. They married that person. For others of you, you know, they may be making plans to do so. Oof. But they definitely moved on towards someone else. Show me the energy that's affecting this connection. Show me the energy that's affecting this connection. All right, Nine of Wands, Four of Coins reversed, and the Six of, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, Ten of Cups reversed. All right, so what's affecting the connection? I feel like there's a lack of trust on both sides. There's a lot of problems. You're both worn out. Whatever this is that's been going on between you and this person, Pisces, this has been going on for quite some time. And I feel like this person that's in your energy may be, you know, feeling like they're the victim. I feel like you're sick and tired of this. So you've made a decision here to release this person, to let this person go. It happened after this altercation, when you felt very hurt, very rejected and abandoned. So it prompted these changes. There's a lot of changes going on. I also feel like there was a lack of clarity. You didn't really know what it was that this person really wanted from you as well. So ultimately, what you decided to do was to release this person, to let them go, because you're just tired of all the BS. Now, in their energy, this person is so unhappy. I feel like this is somebody that's trying to appear to be very stable. they're very unhappy. They're all up in their head. And I feel like they're trying to play the victim in this situation. But they're doing that because they're avoiding being hurt. They're avoiding heartbreak. So what did they do? It looks like they committed to another connection. Yeah, they said, oh, I can't trust Pisces. Pisces is making me unhappy. Now I'm all up in my head, so I'm going to rush into something else. Because that sounds like a great idea. All right, let's see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Pisces and this person. Show me the outcome between Pisces and this person. All right, so we have the Six of Wands. We have Judgment. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Ouch. So, in your outcome here, I feel like a judgment call has been made by both sides. All right? I also do feel like this relationship, believe it or not, there's something here about divine timing, and this relationship is being protected. There's a sense of protection. I do feel like there was an attempt to heal this connection and to bring it back together. And I feel like judgment calls were made. I also feel like you feel that this connection is not going to be successful. This is why you felt you had to release this person and let them go. This person does not make good decisions, at least not from your perspective. So I feel like you've kind of kept a lid on that love. You do have feelings for them, but you've kind of kept a lid on those emotions, and you've made the decision that this isn't going to be successful, so you have to move forward into your own peace. And that's what it looks like you've done. This person that's in your energy, I feel like there was a conflict here between the two of you. Decisions were made after that. And I feel like this person is headed towards a Tower moment because they have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They're showing up as the King of Pentacles here in the upright. So whoever it is that they chose to move forward with, possibly a Scorpio, but whoever they chose to move forward with, I feel like that person, they're not on the same page. They're not even happy with that person. There's a lot of problems in that relationship. And I feel like they're fighting with that person. There's conflict with that person. So that decision that they made to not offer you anything or not to accept any offer you made and rushing headlong into this relationship, that relationship is gonna lead them to a Tower moment. This Tower is not associated with you. It's associated with this Queen of Pentacles, which is the mate. They're in a committed connection here. But this person's not happy in this connection, and they're tired of it, actually. They're tired of the whole scene. And I do feel like, they're up in their head about that as well. It's going to lead to a Tower moment. They acted in haste. Yeah, they acted in haste. So they have a lesson coming. They have karma coming from this. Bottom of the deck, wow, 10 of Wands. That's underlying energy. It does indicate that there's a lot of problems that are here. It's a sense of being overwhelmed. I feel like you were overwhelmed until you took your power back. And even now, this is heavy energy you're wading through. But you're coming out of it. You are going to heal from this. This person in your energy, they make bad choices. I mean, you don't get over one person by jumping into bed or into a relationship with another person. It just doesn't work that way. There's healing that has to take place. You can't skip the steps either. So this person in your energy, Pisces, they're feeling extremely overwhelmed right now. They've got more problems than you can shake a stick at. And they got 10 of those sticks right there in their arms. Meanwhile, I feel like you're going to be dating and going out. At least going out with family and friends, if not, dating. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. You are being protected. Keep that in mind. Pulling for Pisces. Pulling for Pisces. Let's take the bottom card. Loyalty. Number 33. More twin energy there. All right, give me just a moment and I'm going to read that for you. All right, Pisces, it says, do you know the story of a beautiful red vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it is difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character, and I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is true and good. Wow. All right. That's wise words indeed, Pisces. It's wise advice. All right. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Pisces, know that you are loved, and namaste.